So I'd just like to tell everybody what we've done. If you can remember, we had a battleship gray paint in the 70s on the outside, all over the Italian stone. It took us probably about 4 years to get it off. We had paint even on the marble that's outside, the pillars that you see. All the glass that was imported from the stained glass in the Great Marble Hall and that you see here was all black. The Great Marble Hall itself was black from 70, 80 years of staining. And Dr. Armstrong, you remember that, right? We had done over the club from the top to the bottom since the 70s and restored it back to what it was when J.P. Morgan used to be here and have his meetings right in this room. You know, we're talking 110 years ago, J.P. Morgan was really the World Bank. You know, he was the Fed chairman, even though he officially didn't have the job. And those meetings took place here. So it's kind of exciting to be in a club with so much history. And one final thing, before you leave, if you're not a member and you have the opportunity, go up to the 6th floor and take a look at what we built on the rooftop. Because it used to be black tar. And about 7 years ago, we went ahead and built a beautiful glass solarium, if you will, overlooking the entire park and the entire city with a beautiful restaurant and bar. And it was difficult for us to do because we're a landmarks building. But what we found is one photo from 100 years ago with a little bit of a canopy around the edge of the building. And Landmarks allowed us to restore that upstairs. So if you get the opportunity, go up to the 6th floor and look at what used to be black tar because it's absolutely beautiful. Let me just say a little bit about Lynn. I know most of you know Lynn is, Ruth Lynford is president of Lynford Limited in New York, inspired by design. After graduating in 1946 with a degree in architecture from Washington University in St. Louis, Ruth set out for Manhattan with her husband, Franklin Lynford. Ruth, one of the few female architects at the time, broke stride and stepped into interior design, which was then in its infancy. The story of this trailblazer is one of daring and design. Her book titled Ruth Lynford, My Life in Design, authored by Marilyn Brickman of St. Louis, is what she will talk about today with Susan Snesny, editor-in-chief of the Metropolis magazine. So I think I may have messed up on the last name on Susan. Snesny. Okay, thank you. Snesny. Thank you. So without further ado, let me welcome our speakers.
Thank you, Paul. And I want to welcome everybody here. Old friends, new friends, a group of friends I met on a trip to Charleston, South Carolina, all who are here. Are you getting double? No. Okay, I'll just talk. Can she hear? Can you hear me all right? Okay. Well, this is special for me because the lady at my right is Susan S. Sanazi. She is the editor-in-chief of the best design magazine in the country, maybe in the world. It specializes in art, architecture, culture. It's the best. And we've known each other for many years. And I'm so delighted that she's going to, I guess, ask me questions.
No, we still can't hear.
We can't hear. You can't hear me.
Okay,
So
where
should
should
I
I
take?
take me? Can you hear me?
I'm the one. I don't know what I did.
Ruth is back. Hello, everyone. It's a really immense pleasure to be here with Ruth and with you all. I have admired Ruth for a very long time, and she really is a mentor to every one of us in design. I think she really is a role model. I I mean, it definitely is a life in design, but it's a much fuller life than that. So I'd like us to talk about that a little bit today so that you know the full person. The designer will come in because the designer comes in everywhere. She just did some beautiful handwritten name tags for us, which I put in my pocket as a keepsake, because it's really nobody will write like that anymore, so Ruth knows how to do that. But what I'd love to do is maybe just start in the beginning and tell us about when this sort of designer in you started to come out. I mean, you describe it in the book, which is a very, very graphic kind of a thing that you really understood design very early on.
Susan, I think I was born with design in my blood. I can't tell you exactly, but it's been with me my entire